Welcome to the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, where rude mechanicals do magic. Hello, I'm Bronze Age, Director of the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage. And today, we're going to take this lane table and make sure this never happens again. Now the problem here starts with the drawer guide, which is cut into the side of the drawer, which we can see is fairly thin. And then on this end down here, it's just simply broken off. Something like this. So what we have to do is put this back together and see if there's anything we could do to prevent that from happening again. As well as we also have a chipped guide on the other side. We'll be taking care of that. Now if a piece breaks because it was too thin, well, the obvious solution would seem to be to make it thicker. And I have a piece of 1/4-inch oak here that will probably serve well for this purpose. Minor complication is that where I want to put my brace is also where the manufacturer's logo is. Lane of Alta Vista, Virginia, quite a well-known furniture maker. So what I'm going to do is just simply cut it a little bit short. I'm sure that will be more than adequate for this repair. The glue I'm using is Titebond 2 for no particular reason other than that's just what I happen to have on the shelf right now. I don't have to worry about getting glue on this side. I really don't want to get too much of it into the drawer guide, but that can be cleaned out easily enough. And you can see how thin this is right here, where it actually broke. Natural weak spot. And I believe this wood is poplar, which is sort of a semi-hard, semi-soft wood. I get a good even coat on here. Because this is the re-engineering that's going to prevent this from happening again. I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other end. We can see that this piece has already begun to split. Okay, so we'll let this sit overnight. In the morning we'll fix that other piece on the table, and this project will be ready to go home. Now this looks like a fairly simple piece, and I could easily make it out of this piece of wood. That would get my fingers pretty close to the saw. So I'm going to come up with a different way to do this. When you need a detail like this on a small board, make it on a big board and then cut it off. Now this is one of the times when you want to take your time and be careful and get it set up right and measure everything, because there are few things more embarrassing than turning a table over and having the tips of the screws sticking out through the tabletop. Now putting that one in first before I drill the other holes ensures that all the holes line up after I get them drilled. Another good lesson is that to look at the screws when you pull them out of the drawer, because there's always one in there that's a little longer than the others. Before I fit the drawer, I apply a little soapstone to the runners. This is always good for wooden drawer runners, and this is available any place where they sell welding supplies, surprisingly enough, because that's where it's called soapstone. If you went to a cabinet maker, this would be called French talc. Well, I think that's going to do it. This is Bronze Age for the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage. I appreciate you sticking through this video all the way to the end. We'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. And hope to see you again in the next video.